Hello, and welcome to the second in our series of Skilled in 7 Minutes Practical Network Configuration videos. My name's Kevin Large and I'll be your instructor for these sessions. In this video we're going to look at the logical topology. We're basically going to put the IP addressing on the network, and DHCP, the Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. So we'll start where we left off in the previous video, Lab 1. We have the physical topology. What I've done is I've put some IP addressing information already on the diagram. In fact, the only thing I need to do now is just do a little bit of tidying up. In fact, I'll just quickly show you how you put the IP addressing on. You click on the little place note symbol and we can put the IP addressing on just by typing whatever we wish to type. And it's as simple as that. Very handy, that little place note symbol. You'll notice that we've got a Class A local area network off to the bottom left, Class B local area network at the top, and a Class C local area network at the bottom right. What we're going to do now is we're going to go into router R1 and start our configuration. So we'll say no to the initial configuration dialog. We'll type enable, which we can shorten to EN. Enable gets us from user exec mode to privileged exec mode. We'll type conft, short for configure terminal, which will drop us into global configuration mode. At this point I will give the router a host name, and the host name I will give it will be R1. Makes sense because it's router 1. And then we'll go into the interfaces and do the configuration on the LAN interface and both serial interfaces for our wide area networks. By the magic of copy and paste, you'll notice I've gone into interface gigabit 00, our LAN interface. I've given it an optional description, LAN A. I've given it an IP address, 10.12254, the highest IP address in the 10.120 subnet, together with a /24 subnet mask, and done a no shutdown. That's brought the interface up. We've gone into the serial interface 000. This is the interface between router 1 and router 2 at the top there. That has an IP address of 200.0.0.1 with a /30 subnet mask. Because this is the DCE side, we need to put a clock rate on. The clock rate is measured in bits per second, 128,000 bits per second, and a bandwidth of 128, that's measured in kilobits per second. So obviously bits per second, kilobits per second, divide the clock rate by 1000 gives you the bandwidth. The clock rate controls the speed of the link. The bandwidth is used by routing protocols such as EIGRP and OSPF to work out the best metric, the best measure of the route's favorability. We've gone into interface serial 001. This is the DTE side. It's not the clocking side of the cable, so it just requires a bandwidth. And we've put the IP address and the subnet mask on and done a no shut. That route is basically done, except for the fact that it's being used as a DHCP server. So now we need to do the DHCP configuration. Again, by the magic of copy and paste, I need to get this under 7 minutes. Here is the DHCP configuration. We create an IP DHCP pool and give it a name. I'm going to call it R1. We advertise the network, which is our local area network here, 10.120 on a /24 mask. The default router is our default gateway, which is the IP address of our local router. Optionally, we can give a DNS server and a domain, and that's all done. So what we'll do is we'll do a Control-Z to exit global configuration mode. We'll do a WR to save the configuration. Do a show IP DHCP binding. See if we've given out any addresses. We have not. We'll go into the PC on LAN A, go to IP configuration, DHCP, and you'll notice we've got a DHCP IP address. DHCP request successful. It's hard to see it there, but if we go into the command prompt and type ipconfig /all, you can see our domain suffix, IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS server, and all is looking good in the world. Okay, we'll now very rapidly go on to R2, do a no to that, initial configuration dialog, en, conft, and we'll copy and paste the whole lot in now. That's the host name and all of the interfaces. Okay, so hostname R2, interface configuration for LAN B, don't forget your no shutdown. For serial 000, this is the clocking end of the cable with .5 on for the IP address. The non-clocking end, serial 001, just with the bandwidth, no need for a clock rate, and we're ready to go. We can see the link starting to come up now. We'll do a Control-Z and a WR, all under 2 minutes left. we'll go into router 3 and we'll put the configuration on router 3. So that's a no to initial configuration dialog. Enable conf t. We'll paste the configuration in. This configuration doesn't just include the host name, the IP addressing information for the gigabit interface, the serial interfaces, but it also has an IP DHCP pool. We can see the information indicating that the links are coming up. The DHCP pool is for LAN C. This is the 192.168.40 network. We'll do a quick check to see if that's working. Show IP DHCP binding. Ooh, only a minute left, just over a minute. Click on the PC. DHCP configuration successful. Yes. Bring up our command prompt. IP config /all. 53 seconds left. We can see the information in there that's been handed out by the DHCP server. We go into the DHCP server, run that DHCP binding command again. All is looking good. We've got a static IP address to put on to this one at the top, which will be 172.16.3.100 with a mask. Oh, we're going to get the bell going in a minute. 30 seconds left. 172.16.3.254, and it's done. Okay, so there we go. Skilled in 7 minutes. No unnecessary fluff, just the good stuff. I'll see you again for Lab 3.